100 facts that sound fake, but are true. Almost everyone gets these wrong. These facts sound completely fake, but every single one is true. Stay until the end, because the last few facts are almost impossible to believe. Welcome to Samig Vault. Let's begin with fact number 1. Fact 1. Bananas are naturally radioactive. Don't panic, they're completely safe to eat. They contain tiny amounts of a naturally occurring element called potassium-40. Fact 2. An octopus has 3 hearts. 2 pump blood to its gills, while the third pumps blood to the rest of its body. Even stranger, the main heart briefly stops beating when it swims. Fact 3. Honey never spoils. Archaeologists have found jars of honey inside ancient Egyptian tombs that were still safe to eat after thousands of years. Fact 4. Your stomach grows a brand new lining every few days. Without replacing itself, its powerful acid would slowly digest the stomach itself. Fact 5. There are more trees on Earth than stars in the Milky Way galaxy. Scientists estimate around 3 trillion trees on Earth. Fact 6. Sharks are older than trees. Sharks have lived on Earth for over 400 million years, while the first trees appeared much later. Fact 7. A single day on Venus lasts longer than its entire year because the planet spins incredibly slowly. Fact 8. Wombats produce cube-shaped poop. Those cubes stop it from rolling away and help them mark their territory. Fact 9. The Eiffel Tower grows taller during summer. Heat causes the metal to expand, making it about 15 centimeters taller. Fact 10. Water can boil and freeze at exactly the same time under special conditions known as the triple point. Those were just the first 10. Coming up, you'll discover an animal that never gets cancer, a lake that can turn animals into stone, and a place where it rains fish. The next facts are even harder to believe. Make sure you stay tuned. Follow Samig Vault for more amazing facts. Fact 11. Your brain cannot feel pain. That's why brain surgeons can perform certain operations while the patient is awake. Fact 12. A cloud can weigh more than 1,000,000 pounds. It floats because the tiny water droplets are spread over a huge area. Fact 13. The fingerprints of koalas are so similar to humans that they can even confuse forensic experts. Fact 14. There is a jellyfish that can return to its younger stage of life, making it biologically capable of repeating its life cycle. Fact 15. Some turtles can breathe through their rear end during hibernation underwater, allowing them to survive for months without surfacing. Fact 16. Lightning is about 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun, reaching temperatures of around 30,000 degrees Celsius for a brief moment. Fact 17. Scotland's national animal is the unicorn. Although mythical, it has been a symbol of Scottish royalty and strength for centuries. Fact 18. Some bamboo species can grow nearly 1 meter in a single day under ideal conditions. Fact 19. The blue whale's heart is so large that a small child could crawl through one of its major arteries. Fact 20. There is a lake in Tanzania where animals that die along the shoreline can become coated in mineral deposits, making them look like stone statues. That was only fact 20. Up next, you'll discover a place where fish fall from the sky, a desert covered in snow, and a sound so loud it traveled around the earth. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Fact 21. In parts of Honduras, fish can appear to fall from the sky. This rare event, known as lluvia de peces, happens after powerful storms, although scientists are still debating exactly how it occurs. Fact 22. The Sahara Desert can get cold enough to snow. Although famous for extreme heat, snowfall has been recorded several times in recent decades. Fact 23. There are lakes beneath Antarctica's ice that have been sealed off from the outside world for millions of years. Fact 24. A single bolt of lightning contains enough energy to power a typical home for several weeks. Fact 25. The shortest war in recorded history lasted only 38 minutes. It was fought between Britain and Zanzibar in 1896. Fact 26. An eagle can spot a rabbit from more than 3 kilometers away thanks to its incredibly sharp eyesight. Fact 27. There is enough gold inside Earth's core to cover the planet's entire land surface with a layer about half a meter thick, but it's far too deep to reach. Fact 28. Your bones are stronger than concrete for their weight. Ounce for ounce, healthy bone can withstand enormous pressure. Fact 29. The loudest sound ever recorded came from the eruption of Krakatoa in 1883. It was heard thousands of kilometers away, and the shock waves circled the Earth multiple times. Fact 30. The deepest part of the ocean is deeper than Mount Everest is tall. If you place the mountain inside the Mariana Trench, its peak would still be underwater. You've reached fact 30, but the next 10 are even more unbelievable. You'll discover a waterfall that flows underwater, a cave filled with giant crystals, and an animal that can survive in outer space. Don't go anywhere. Fact 31. There's an underwater waterfall in the Indian Ocean. It's not actually water falling. It's an optical illusion created by sand and silt flowing down the ocean floor near Mauritius. Fact 32. There's a cave in Mexico filled with giant crystals longer than a school bus. Some crystals inside the cave of the crystals are over 11 meters long. Fact 33. Tardigrades, also called water bears, can survive the vacuum of outer space. These tiny animals are among the toughest living creatures ever discovered. Fact 34. A single teaspoon of neutron star material would weigh around 1 billion tons on Earth. It's one of the densest materials known in the universe. Fact 35. Cows have best friends. Studies have shown they become stressed when separated from the companions they spend the most time with. Fact 36. Hot water can sometimes freeze faster than cold water. This surprising effect is known as the Mpemba effect, although scientists are still studying exactly why it happens. Fact 37. Saturn would float if you could find an ocean large enough. That's because its average density is lower than water. Fact 38. Some frogs freeze solid during winter and come back to life when temperatures rise. Special chemicals in their bodies protect their cells from damage. Fact 39. The Amazon rainforest creates much of its own rainfall. Trees release huge amounts of water vapor into the air, helping form clouds that bring more rain. Fact 40. A day on Mercury lasts longer than 2 of its years. Because Mercury rotates so slowly, one sunrise to the next takes about 176 Earth days. You've reached the halfway point. But the next facts are even more unbelievable. You'll discover rocks that move by themselves, invisible fire, and a place where people can sleep underwater. Keep watching, you won't regret it. Fact 41. Some rocks seem to move across the desert all by themselves. At Death Valley in California, thin sheets of ice and strong winds can slowly push the rocks, leaving long trails behind them. Fact 42. Fire doesn't always burn orange. Certain chemicals can produce bright blue flames, like the famous blue fire seen at Indonesia's Ijen volcano. Fact 43. You can actually sleep underwater. Special underwater hotels allow guests to spend the night beneath the sea, surrounded by marine life. Fact 44. A day on Jupiter lasts less than 10 hours. Even though it's the largest planet in our solar system, it spins incredibly fast. Fact 45. The smell of fresh rain has a name, petrichor. It's created when rain releases oils from plants and compounds made by soil bacteria into the air. Fact 46. Some bamboo forests can be so quiet that people say they can hear the stalks growing and gently knocking together in the wind. Fact 47. Your body contains enough carbon to make around 900 pencils. Carbon is one of the main building blocks of life. Fact 48. Some deserts are covered with flowers after heavy rains. Seeds can lie dormant for years before suddenly blooming in spectacular displays. Fact 49. A group of flamingos is called a flamboyance. It's one of the most colorful names for any group of animals. Fact 50. The Earth isn't a perfect sphere. It's slightly wider around the equator because its rotation causes it to bulge outward. Halfway through, and the next facts get even stranger. You'll discover a waterfall that runs red, an island full of rabbits, and a fish that can survive out of water. Stay with us. Fact 51. Antarctica is home to a waterfall that looks like it's pouring blood. It's called Blood Falls, and its red color comes from iron-rich water that rusts when it reaches the surface. Fact 52. There is an island in Japan where rabbits outnumber people. Okinoshima, often called Rabbit Island, is home to hundreds of friendly wild rabbits. Fact 53. Mudskippers are fish that can spend hours out of water. They breathe through their skin and the lining of their mouths as long as they stay moist. Fact 54. The world's tallest tree is taller than a 35-story building. A coast redwood named Hyperion stands over 115 meters tall. Fact 55. Some penguins propose with pebbles. Species such as the Genta penguin often offer a carefully chosen stone to attract a mate. Fact 56. A bolt of lightning is only a few centimeters wide, even though the flash can stretch for many kilometers across the sky. Fact 57. The Sahara wasn't always a desert. Thousands of years ago, it was filled with rivers, lakes, grasslands, and wildlife. Fact 58. The sun makes up about 99.8% of all the mass in our solar system. Everything else, including all the planets, accounts for only a tiny fraction. Fact 59. Sea otters hold hands while they sleep. This helps keep them from drifting apart in the ocean currents. Fact 60. There are mushrooms that glow in the dark. More than 80 known species produce a natural green light through a chemical reaction called bioluminescence. You've made it to fact 60, but the next chapter is even crazier. You'll see pink lakes, frozen bubbles that look like glass, and a plant that can catch and eat animals. Don't miss it. Fact 61. Some lakes are naturally bright pink. Their unusual color comes from salt-loving microorganisms and algae that produce red and orange pigments. Fact 62. Frozen lakes can trap methane gas, creating bubbles that look like they're suspended inside the ice. If released, the gas can even catch fire. Fact 63. The Venus flytrap doesn't just trap insects. It can also digest small frogs, spiders, and even tiny mice if they trigger its leaves. Fact 64. There are rivers beneath the ocean. Differences in salt content and density system. Fact 67. The pistol shrimp creates a bubble so powerful that it briefly becomes almost as hot as the surface of the sun when it collapses. Fact 68. Some birds can sleep while flying. Species like bioluminescent plankton light up when the water is disturbed, creating a magical blue glow. Fact 72. Tiny mites live on almost every adult's face. They spend most of their lives inside hair follicles and are usually completely harmless. Fact 73. One volcano in Hawaii has been erupting almost continuously since 1983. Kilauea is one of the world's most active volcanoes, although its activity has varied over time. Fact 74. The Earth's magnetic North Pole doesn't stay in one place. It slowly moves every year because of changes inside our planet's molten outer core. Fact 75. The fingerprints of identical twins look similar, but they're never exactly the same. Tiny differences develop before birth. Fact 76. The longest mountain range on Earth isn't on land, it's underwater. The mid-ocean ridge stretches for about 65,000 kilometers across the ocean floor. Fact 77. Some spiders use electricity to fly. By releasing silk into the air, they can ride Earth's electric field in a behavior called ballooning. Fact 78. Your body produces enough saliva in a lifetime to fill about 2 swimming pools. That's more than 20,000 liters for many people. Fact 79. There are more possible ways to shuffle a deck of 52 cards than there are atoms estimated in our galaxy. That's why a well-shuffled deck is almost certainly in an order that has never existed before. Fact 80. Some bacteria can survive without sunlight by using chemicals released from deep-sea hydrothermal vents. Entire ecosystems thrive in complete darkness. Only 20 facts remain. Up next, you'll discover invisible rainbows, forests older than dinosaurs, and one of the strangest places on Earth where gravity seems to play tricks on your eyes. Don't miss the final chapters. Fact 81. There are white rainbows. They're called fogbows, and instead of bright colors, they appear as ghostly white arcs because tiny fog droplets scatter light differently than raindrops. Fact 82. Some forests are older than the dinosaurs. Australia's Daintree rainforest is estimated to be around 180 million years old, making it one of the oldest rainforests on Earth. Fact 83. In some places, roads seem to go uphill on their own. These gravity hills are actually optical illusions that trick your brain into misjudging the slope. Fact 84. Some deserts make mysterious booming sounds. As dry sand slides down dunes, the grains rub together and create deep humming noises that can be heard from far away. Fact 85. A single blue whale's tongue can weigh as much as an elephant. That's one of the reasons it's the largest animal ever known to live on Earth. Fact 86. The largest living organism isn't a whale or a giant tree. It's a fungus in Oregon that spreads beneath the forest over nearly 10 square kilometers. Fact 87. There's a cave in Vietnam so enormous that it has its own jungle, river, and weather system. It's called Sun Dung Cave and is the largest known cave passage in the world. Fact 88. Some trees can communicate with each other. Through underground fungal networks, they can share nutrients and even send chemical signals when under stress. Fact 89. The air you breathe today may contain molecules once breathed by dinosaurs. Air constantly mixes around the planet over millions of years. Fact 90. An ordinary pencil can draw a line about 56 kilometers long or write around 45,000 words before it's completely used up. You've made it this far, but the final 10 facts are the most unbelievable of all. One involves a hidden world beneath your feet, another reveals an invisible shield protecting Earth, and the very last fact might completely change the way you think about the universe. Stay until the end. Fact 91. Beneath your feet, there are more living organisms in a handful of healthy soil than there are people on Earth. Soil is packed with billions of bacteria, fungi, and other microscopic life. Fact 92. Earth has an invisible shield. Our planet's magnetic field protects us from harmful charged particles streaming from the sun, making life possible. Fact 93. A teaspoon of healthy soil can contain billions of microorganisms and thousands of different species, many of which scientists are still discovering. Fact 94. Trees can help cool entire cities. Through shade and evaporation from their leaves, they can significantly lower temperatures in urban areas during hot weather. Fact 95. The deepest cave on Earth reaches more than 2 kilometers below the surface. Explorers need several days just to reach the bottom. Fact 96. Every second, around 100 lightning bolts strike somewhere on Earth. That's roughly 8 million lightning strikes every day. Fact 97. Your body replaces many of its cells constantly. While some cells last a lifetime, others are replaced in just days or weeks, helping your body repair itself. Fact 98. Sound cannot travel through space because there are too few particles to carry sound waves. That's why space is completely silent. Fact 99. Every atom in your body was created inside ancient stars. The calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, and the oxygen you breathe all came from stars that lived and died billions of years ago. Fact 100. Here's the most incredible fact of all. The atoms that make up your body have existed for billions of years. In a very real sense, you are made of ancient stardust, and every breath you take connects you to the history of the universe. If these facts amazed you, imagine what else the world is hiding. Which fact surprised you the most? Tell us in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Samig Vault, and turn on notifications so you never miss another unbelievable discovery. Until next time, stay curious.